What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jimmy James 59, and today I have my first build from the new DLC. We're going to be looking at a 20 pop archer rush with Dravidians. I know there's been some people out there getting in the lab with this civ. I think I saw a build going for 21. Didn't click on it, so don't know exactly what they do in it, but felt like we could get to 20, and so I was able to get there with this build. And it's actually not that unusual, right? We just do a couple things differently here. And in this build, right, you're gonna see me, I'm not gonna lure any deer, and we're not gonna do anything particularly funky here, right? So we're also on a version of Arabia, right, that has boar. So if you had elephants, say on the desert version, you'd be getting more food. We're not going to be doing that here. So these are really the most stringent conditions, and you're going to be able to see us get up to 20 pop. I'm not going to go through the whole game in this video, which is something I do in a lot of my build orders, in particular because in a team game, usually what determines the game is coordination and being able to work together. And the meta in team games is pretty stable, and so you kind of already know how that's going to go. But I do want to show you the build, and I also want to talk about some things that could be done that when you actually do it, practically speaking, that will help you. But I want to show you the build here. I'm going to put it up on the screen. You can pause it if you want at this juncture. But with that, let's get it on. So what we're going to be doing here, right, on measly second of vital TC time at the very start of the game. I remember this game took a while to load, so I was a little surprising when it actually loaded up. So we got a little team game here, and the build's pretty standard in the beginning, right? We're going to be going 6 on sheep, right? One of the secrets to being able to get this build the way it is that you want to get we're going to not do 4 on wood. We're only going to do 3 on wood, right? And that's going to help us out a lot here. So, you always want to be scouting out your base, right, when you're thinking about these builds. Whatever your build you're doing is, right? You want to be taking a look at the base. Team games, it's often really important to get walled up because you could be attacked on multiple sides by multiple opponents. And in this build, right, once you get to your 6 on sheep, we're going to be going 3 on wood. We're going to take this little front wood line here. Could have taken this one in the back. I don't think we really had it all that well scouted, but one of the things about the new Arabia is that the wood lines are generating closer. And if you do have more tight builds like this is going to help you with that. And it may have helped us in this game as well, though. I don't know, this wood line doesn't seem that close to me. At least it's not unusually close. So you can see now, right, we got a 3 on wood, and the next Deville, right, we're gonna put him on food right now. Again, there's a little bit of inefficiencies actually even in this build. You're gonna see he's gonna want to go out here, but he's gonna turn around pretty quickly. No, you know where you're supposed to go. Meanwhile, right, we're gonna send Deville to go collect the spore. We're gonna put another villager here, right, get a little bit more on food. Again, she's like, am I supposed to chop some wood? Nah, go get food. The next Ville's gonna make a house, right? So this next Ville wants to move out, and you can see, right, we had a very little idle eco time. Technically killing the Bill's idle eco time, that's what it gets recorded. But okay, right, we have a Ville. It's gonna make a house and make a mill. Now the next Ville is gonna go to our boar, right? So we're gonna have 9 on the boar at this time, and then the next 2 vills are gonna go to berries. So we're gonna get to 3 on berries, and the reason I do this is so that way we have a little bit of extra buffer food, right? Again, we don't have a villager that's walking a long time, and I'll just make it the first one, right, after this villager makes the mill, because hey, we're getting our food a bit that quick. We might get another round of eating these boars in. And we go get the second boar, right, and we have 3 on food there. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna send our next 2 here. He's gonna have a change of heart. Very good. Our next 2 here are gonna go to the boar. So again, we're setting this up, right? And you can already see that we have our vills queued up here. So looking pretty good. Now, you can modify some things yourself in this. This villager number 18, you can set it to wood, or if there's room around the boar, I would recommend you put it in this area. I just looked and I didn't think I saw any room under it, around the boar, and I didn't want to have the vill walking around not doing anything. So I thought that it would just be best to go ahead and send them out. And definitely the last villager in this build, villager 19, you're going to be sending out. So right now, right, we have 5 on wood. We're getting loom. We have villagers that are hanging around trying to get this, what is it, a turkey? Trying to get this turkey out. And boom, click, okay. So see now, we're on up to the next stage, right? See, only, right, that 1 second of idle time from the beginning, no big deal. Now, here's where the sequence of the build becomes really important, okay? What you're gonna see, right, you can see this on the screen right now. What you're gonna see is you want to get 5 on a second lumber camp very quickly. So just go ahead, right? Once you click up, garrison them, send them out. All right, send them out. Get that wood up, and then you want to get 1 villager who's gonna make a house and 3 on straggler trees. Okay, this is important. You make a house, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to establish the barracks next, right? We should establish the barracks next. Perfect. And then what you want to do is once you think you have about 100 wood with these, straggler trees in the bank, then you're going to make your mining camp, right? So again, all right, we got the wood. Let's get after it. Boom, the mining camp's up. Now you're going to want to send a villager, right? A second villager out, because let me talk for a moment. When you're doing a 20 pop archer rush, what we want to get is we want to get 2 ranges and a blacksmith. We want to get double bit axe. We'd like to get fletching as early as possible. I'm going to talk about that a little bit in this video. We get it in at a decent time, but you could do some things to get it in a bit earlier, right? So I'll talk about that as well. And you can see, right, we're well on our way. We should get this barracks up in a pretty decent order, right? We're going to get that up. And okay, now, right, once we hit the next stage, you can see we're Dravidians. Okay, we have our 2 ranges down. We still have some pretty good excess wood in here, right? We're getting double bit axe, so everything's good there, right? So we're looking like we're in pretty dang good shape here so far. We didn't have any. We can just go take it right here, right? I mean, I'm idling my TC a little bit, but that has more to do with me. It doesn't really have much to do with our food count, right? And you can see, right, we're getting our food, we're getting our food up, we're getting our ranges up. We have villagers queued, so there's no problem there. Again, don't let mid-elo player fool you here now. The food here is right. We have plenty of food, just a little bit of imperfections on my part. And look at this, right? We have our archers, right? We have our blacksmith. We have the wood for that. And if you just take a look, we have a lot of wood. Wood is not something that is going to be you're going to be in shortage of in this game, right? We're a 7 on gold. That's perfect, right? Now we're just cranking out archers now. So we're cranking these archers out, and you can see actually, right? We have over our opponent, right, who would be, playing as the Portuguese. We basically have a 2 archer advantage here, right? I mean, in terms of our numbers. So we're doing pretty good here. Now what you want to do once you get 7 on gold, you want to start seeding farms, right? So we have all this wood saved up. That's good for us because that's going to allow us to do 2 things. One, it's going to allow us to put down farms immediately when we get the chance. And not only that, but we have a lot of excess wood to help us get walled up on the map And in a team game, that's very important. So it's good that we're not wanting for wood. It does look a little bit like excess, but trust me, you'll burn that off, especially when you're making archers, right? And you can see here, right, we're getting a good advantage. We're keeping the archer production going, right? We're about 13-minute mark now, right? You can see our food, right? Our food count, we're still making villagers, right? We actually get housed here. Pretty disappointing, but hey, sometimes that's going to happen to your build. We get out of it a bit, but getting housed happens. Gonna go up ahead, right? Get a market up. Again, this is really, really nice for team games, right? So, and what you want to do right in this build, as you know, we're moving along. Again, you got to remember this is a real build, folks, right? Not just playtime, right? In real games, you're under attack, things are happening. Again, where we have some little inefficiencies here and there, right? And where we want to be seeding farms, right? We have a villager who's just hanging out, not helping the cause. And you can see, let me just point out to you, right? We have 2 villagers in queue. We have the food to get fletching at this point, right? Probably have this food for a little bit of time, so you can get fletching around the 15-minute mark. And we have, right, archers queued out. We could get this here. You are going to see me research it. Again, a lot of things are happening. A lot of things are happening in a game like this. And so, we are a bit under attack. Boom. Fletching comes in, right? About 15:30. And now we have all the upgrades we need. We've got archers coming out, right? We have archers that we're attacking with our buddy. And we have archers at home in defense. And we're actually going to, go ahead and fend this thing off, right? Our fletching is in. Doesn't like our opponent. It's just getting it, right? So we even have fletching before him, and we had more archers than him, and well, we have a big archer lead now. So that's basically the build, right? You can see you do get fletching at a pretty decent time, and if you might want to try and get it sooner, there's nothing wrong with that, right? A little bit of scout fighting. There's nothing wrong with trying to get it sooner. And what I would say is that, usually if you are kind of, a mid-elo player, you're in the habit of at least luring deer. If you lure 1 deer, then this gets even smoother. So, that's not a bad place to be, right? You could probably get fletching maybe, 45 seconds to a minute earlier, something like that, right? Because you're going to have a little bit of extra food banked up. And again, so fletching is coming in at a good time. You're getting a good uptime. You saw we had the resources to do what we needed to do, and that's that, right? So, with that being said, right, as, a little bit of battling going on. With that being said, right, I'm going to go ahead because this game goes on for a little while. I'm going to stop the video here. You saw the build. You saw you can do it at 20 pop. I hope this helps you for your own gameplay. If you like videos like this, like the channel, follow, subscribe, whatever it's called. And if you're not doing it for me, if you're not doing it for the builds, hey, do it for the hussars, folks. With that being said, Jimmy James 59, and I'm out.